Hey Akira, how are you? Can you hear me well? Hey Zenful. Okay, okay. Yeah, I was checking the other day in the last live stream. You know that sound that you guys were talking about? I don't know. I think that it's it must be the mic or the phone, um, because usually especially when I'm quiet, you can hear it. It's like yeah, it's like you guys mentioned. It's like an electric bus. Hello, Yashoda. No, yeah, it's like a buzz, like it's like a zzz, like there's like a sound, especially when I'm quiet. At the beginning of the live streams, you can hear it. But yeah, probably it's the mic, or in this case, I do have the AC on, so it does produce a sound in this case. But the other day, I didn't have anything on, and I could hear it also. When I had my headphones on, I could hear the sound that you guys were talking about. Ah, yeah. Yeah, now I have the AC on. That is doing a bit of noise. It's not that loud, but it's consistent. We are going to continue with the series of Are They Compatible? This is going to be part 2. And if it's okay and no one wants to ask anymore, because I believe I already took all the requests that were pending, maybe we can move on next Wednesday to a different topic. Romantic, but different. Yes, of course, thankful. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, sure. And also it's a weekday, so yeah, you have to get your sleep. Is it very late for you guys over there where you are? I know Akira and I believe we have like 2 or 3 hours of difference. I'm ahead of Akira's time zone. Oh, it's past midnight. Oh, wow. You have no idea, guys, what happened. What happened to me? Like, if I like wouldn't have enough issues, like the other day I discovered that I have like on one of my foot on the left foot, I have like on the big toe I have like a sort of like black. It's not black yet, but it's purple nail. And I don't remember I hit my foot, you know, like I hurt myself or someone stepped on me or I just hurt my toe. No. So yeah, like now I'm worried. I will have to go to the doctor because I don't know what caused it. My cousin actually, that she's studying medicine, she was like, it could be bad circulation, bad like blood circulation. But I don't know, I had been doing well, but I don't know, maybe because of the walks that I had been doing the past 4 months, but I never had an issue. I don't know, maybe there's something that is not. No, no, it's not tight. Actually, the other day I do change my sneakers, my shoes. I do change them every once in a while, and I did use a pair that actually I got it repaired because it's that flexible mesh, that they usually make the sneakers today to make them flexible. Well, that one had like a little bit of a hole in it, and it's like a pair of shoes that I don't use that frequently, and they are Nike. So, they really cost a lot of money back then. And now I'm using them because now I'm going for walks more regularly. But they're not that worn out, But they had that little detail near the points, so I had it fixed. And I know they put glue on it and they added something to cover it, so to have it. And I was thinking, I don't know, maybe that hurt me, or maybe they put some liquid, something that created a sort of allergy to my toe, because my toe was okay, and it's bruised. It's because I know it's bruised. It's under the nail, and it's purple now, but I believe that it's going to get darker as the day passes. So now I'm suggestionated. Now I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? And also I feel my legs as if there's something in my veins that is a bit tingling. I don't know. Maybe I'm suggestioning myself. But yeah, I have to go see my doctor just in case. No, it's not. It's not fungus. I thought it was. I was like, oh my God, that's because it started the color. At first, I was like, maybe because I had, a different nail polish, like color on my toes. So the other day I removed that. So I was like, okay, maybe I removed it and some colors were left on my nail, but no, it was that color, it was the color of the nail that. But yeah, just in case, I do have a cream. For just in case it's fungus. I have a cream, and I had been applying it just in case, just until I know what is causing this, but just for prevention, since I have it. And also I had been my cousin was like, okay, after you come back from doing the walk, try to put your legs up for a bit, to help the circulation. But yeah, no idea, guys. And also my other cousin, actually, she was scaring me. She was like, do you have diabetes? And I was like, I don't know. Could it be? I mean, it's not that crazy, actually, but yeah, I will have to, consult that with I wouldn't be surprised if I had diabetes, because since I have a low immune system, I can have all the diseases in one. I don't know, guys. So, but maybe not. But it's weird because I never have issues with my leg, with the circulation. I never felt any kind of way. But I'm about to turn 40, guys, next month. So I don't know. Maybe my body is getting ready. It's 1 p.m. So we have 3 hours of difference. Then I was right, Akira. But yeah, the bruised toe came out of nowhere. I was checking, I was changing my shoes, and I was like, what is that? And Oh my God. So I have to go to the dentist tomorrow. I actually had to go yesterday, but I canceled it because I knew that today I had to work. I had to go to a reunion with other counselors. And at the same time, I had to be here for you guys to do the live stream. So I was like, just in case they did remove or something on me, like, I don't want to go or appear with the with the swollen face, and I don't know. I think that my last wisdom tooth is bothering me. So yeah, I will have go get that check tomorrow. But yeah, I'm done. I'm done talking about health, guys. I don't want to talk about health. I don't want to talk about health. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. I just want good news. I want good news. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh, wow. They really are pushing the. Will we have, guys, a New Year's Eve couple announcement by dispatch? Do you think we will get that? Yeah, and also Jungwon and Winter didn't Jungwon because I watched the other day, this YouTube show that Shonu and Jungwoo that they have together, and they invited Jungwon and Jay, and I believe that Jungwon was an SM trainee, so it's possible that he knows Winter, but that doesn't mean that they're dating. But they could be in the same building, same restaurant. When people get weird like that, all they're going to do is get those guys get more reserved and paranoid about what they share. No, I think it was like, wasn't it like an actress or a model and a football player, a soccer player? I actually have a reading on them on my Patreon. I did that reading. But actually, the couple didn't like. I mean, I never heard from them back. So in the reading, I also got those vibes that maybe we will not hear from them again. That things that weren't that cool, and also like it was very unstable. Maybe they were just starting, and this being known added more pressure to the longevity of the relationship. I should pull some cards now, right? To see if we will get some news. Yeah, Sung Hyun-min. They split up. Okay. Yeah, that scene about Bicha, like, wow, my God. And we were praying that we were like, with all the other, companies being a mess, we were like, oh, well, maybe JYP is not that bad. We shouldn't say anything, guys. Let's not hope for anything. Let's just, just listen to music and that's it. Okay, let's see. Will there be a Dispatch New Year's Eve announcement? And who it could be about? Yeah, it could. There could be. I mean, I think that they already know, and they are trying to hold it. They have that information, and they are withholding it. They are like, "Oh, we cannot release it now. Like, it has to be that day, or it has to be around that time." But they probably had worked on this for a very long time. We have the Strength card, Page of Pentacles, and the Chariot. They probably are thinking like, should we release this or not? Should we release this or not? I don't think that is a proper relationship. But I think that it has to do with, I see the Page of Pentacles, but I think about a female. I think that is about a famous woman, very young woman. Is young woman because I have the Page of Pentacles in here. So it could be rumors about like the woman in the rumor, she could be like the more important one, like people talking about her, or mentioning her more than, oh, it is her and this person. She is the important one in this, the famous one. But again, it's something that I don't think that is something long-lasting, because this person is somehow, not only that this person is young, and probably this person is also starting to get to know someone. So again, they're going to spoil the potential of these people dating, starting seeing someone. They're going to ruin it. They're going to ruin it. They're going to spoil the mood. Yes. Exactly, Akira. Yes. I was thinking about Karina when I saw it. Yes. It could be like revealing, oh, she was dating this person, or she was, but maybe it's old news, like she's no longer seeing that person. Okay, I will tell you who I have on my list for today. I have IU and Byeon Seok, the actor of Lovely Runner, NCT Jaemin and Giselle, Song Kang and Kim Joo-hoon, Jun So-min and Jun Ha-in, Joo Jeon-seok and Kim Ji-won, Le Seraphim Chewon and AT Sun, Lin Ji-yeon and Ji Jang-wook, RM and Wasa, and Jennie and Jungkook. Jennie and Jungkook is so random, but people want to see if they were compatible. So since this is for compatibility, you know, we don't exclude. We are like, okay. Yeon, Seok, and me. I was so like, I don't know. I hope that finally this week, finally we can we can have the new episodes, guys. I'm hoping. But just in case, I'm going back to hospital playlist. You know, the other day I did watch a few episodes of Mr. Sunshine that I already watched it, but I skipped some scenes to see him. So, you know, I'm trying to find anything that I can for him, of him related, because he's so funny. Also, him in variety shows is really entertaining. So, yeah. Also, guys, if you are not watching, you should watch Light Shop. In here in Argentina, we are watching it on Disney Plus. I don't know, maybe worldwide it's also on Disney Plus. But Light Shop, it's good. It's good. If you like those kind of mystery thriller, I would say it has a bit of horror because it starts. I wouldn't advise to watch the first episodes at night. I got a bit scared. And, you know, I had been watching horror for a long time. But this one, the atmosphere, actually made me feel a bit fearful. I was like, okay. I was like, okay. Then I was like, I'm going to turn on the lights. Hey, Fluffy. Wow. Yes, she has a degree and master's in psychology. Wow. Hey, Fluffy. I'm doing well. Yeah, Kim Ji-won. Yes. But yeah, Light Shop, actually, I discovered the movie version, the Chinese movie version that actually came out a few years ago. So it came out first. And it's really good. I mean, it has similarities with the K-drama. I don't know why they did it first, because it said that it's a webtoon, so I don't know why they had like a Chinese movie version. But I don't know, maybe when they said it's a webtoon, maybe it could be that it was like a Chinese webtoon first. I don't know. I don't understand. But the Chinese movie version is on YouTube. I found it on YouTube. Actually, someone on TikTok recommended it, and I found it on YouTube. And it has like Chinese subtitles, but below that you have the English subtitles. So I was like, okay. And it's so good. It's so good. I can see the similarities with the K-drama, but there's some changes in some characters. And also in the movie, there's some scary parts, but there's mostly some emotional parts. So yeah. So I can kind of see that maybe the K-drama, the first episodes are going to be you know, because they seem very dark. They seem very scary, I would say. A lot of suspense. And maybe at the end it's going to get emotional. Because I kind of get what it's about. But the Chinese version, very good, guys, very good. Actually, I'm surprised because now also with my friends, you know, there's, with a friend of mine, we started watching this C-drama that is also on Netflix that is called The Double. And, you know, usually for me, I struggle watching Chinese dramas because they're so long. They are so long. Like, I cannot with their 40 episodes. Like, they're so long. It's never ending. But, I mean, they have, like, great thrillers, in horror and mystery, and I was like, wow, you know, all this time that I had been complaining about like not finding a gay drama that I liked this year, especially at the beginning of the year, I was like, I'm not finding something that I like, and I was, you know, wasting my time because I should have searched for Chinese content. Oh. Oh, I'm glad that they're happy. I have to watch that, the Killing Boys. And they are so talented. Like, but they must have had their reasons. Now that I see what is going on with other groups, you know, the girlfriend members must have had their reasons. You know, they knew why. They knew why. Maybe they avoided a lot of potential issues. I know we don't want our groups, our favorite groups, to disband, but I think that probably, you know, there was a reason. Also, Chinese dramas are dubbed so often. It was shocking at first, even though you get used to it, especially period of fantasy dramas. Yes, they have like 50 episodes. This is perfect for my mom then. She breaks the time space when watching something. She can watch whole seasons in a day. Like, is that possible? Yeah, my mom, she used to love also. And she would watch it on cable. You know that with cable back then, we had a lot of like, you know, a lot of breaks for ads and everything. But she would watch them. I mean, if she would have been alive when Netflix was available, she would be glued to the TV, just selecting to watch whatever she wants to watch, and just like having, you know, Netflix reminded her where she left something to continue. You know, unfortunately she didn't get, like, she didn't use Netflix. Like, I know I had it back then, but she didn't use it. She didn't know how. But for someone like her also, that she loves all the telenovelas and everything. I remember in her last years she would watch a lot of Turkish, is it? Yeah, I believe they were Turkish novels, Turkish telenovelas. Mm. 64. Yeah, I think I heard something. Yeah, if you watch the whole thing, it's an unforgettable space. Yeah. But you know, when I was thinking about this, that there were some delays with this new K drama with When the Phone Rings. And we are like going crazy because we have to wait another week. But we don't remember, especially when I say we, I say I, millennial. Like, don't we remember the time where we had to wait, like, yeah, a week for one episode? That actually, if it was like an hour, like probably it was an episode of 20 minutes, that since it had a lot of like commercial breaks, it would last an hour with the commercial breaks in the middle. So I was like, wow, how all these streaming platforms and how the internet and everything had put us in a place of anxiety and frustration. We don't want to be frustrated. It's like, give me what I want to consume now. I don't want to wait. Why do I have to wait another week if I paid for it? I'm paying for it. It's crazy. It's crazy, guys, how it seems like the end of the world. Like, no, how come it's not available? The episodes. But that's Netflix fault. That's Netflix fault because actually they used to release the whole season. So yeah, you spoil people, and then people get greedy, including me. Like, I also felt, I was like, how come I get so anxious, or like or so pendant, or like, oh my god, like, the new episode is not going to be available. Like, and the other day that I did subscribe to Disney Plus to watch The Light Shop, I discovered that even though I paid, maybe, I don't know, I paid the basic. I don't think that I had another option to subscribe to. I just subscribed to Disney Plus. And I discovered that now Disney Plus has ads also in the middle. Every 5 minutes, there's an ad. And I was like, you didn't have ads before. So yeah, I heard also Empress Kid is back in the days, yeah. And even today, there are still TV shows and that only air one episode a week. Oh. Ji Wook is also the guy from Queen Wu. I did watch Queen Wu. Wasn't that 5 episodes? It was a very short K-drama. Also, one thing that is kind of funny. Back in the days, we only had trailers for movie or series. Now we have teasers for trailers, teasers, and then the official trailer. Yeah, nowadays you have to make sure, like, be sure that you're watching the official one, because some people are so creative that they make you believe that it's that. Yeah, same for K-pop MVs. Ah, so he's. Ah, okay. I have to write down those that you're mentioning, guys. Is it 6 Flying Dragons? Because probably Christmas Eve, I will want to watch something long, and I will be like, oh my god, what do I watch? So I want to have some listed. It got better, the content of Disney. I remember people when it started. I don't think it got better, Lara. I think it's not like I went through it. Um, I was like, okay, if I have to wait for the new episodes of the live shop, what is available in here? In my taste, nothing was good in there. Nothing. What was good, I already watched it. Like in my opinion or my taste. But I was like, I sort of feel like I wasted my money because what they have, the documentaries and all those things, are not my kind of content. I didn't watch other things that, even K-dramas that were in there, I didn't like them. Ah, okay. Oh yeah, Nirvana in Fire. I heard of it, but I also have to watch Nirvana in Fire. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they praise that very much. I'm going to look for it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will look for it. But you know, probably if I look for it on YouTube, it's on YouTube, probably. The other day I searched a series that also is really famous, a thriller that is called The Bad Kids, and all the episodes were available on YouTube. So that's one of the things that I was like, you know, I was wasting my time with all these platforms. And sometimes the good Chinese dramas, they are all available. Uh-huh. Yes. And the quality is great because I was telling, actually the double, the C-drama, the double, before they released it on Netflix, I found it on YouTube. Like the thumbnail, I don't know, something was very like eye-catching for me. I played it. I played the first 10 minutes of that C-drama and I was already sold. I was like, oh my God, this is great. I want to keep watching. And on Netflix, I did watch until episode 5. Not on Netflix, on YouTube. And then I heard people talking about it and be like, oh, because it's going to be on Netflix and it's good and look, it's a great C-drama. And I was like, oh, but that C-drama, I already saw it on, well, I saw some episodes on YouTube. So, you know, then it got huge. Like for me, that I actually don't follow, like probably the people that know the actress or they follow the actor, you know, they have their fans. Probably people are so aware and pendant. But for me, I found it on the algorithm. I don't know, the algorithm sent it to me. And I never watched a C-drama on YouTube. I was like, oh, but what is this? And I click it. And it was great. Ah, okay. And this funny because I was like, you know, I was telling my friend the other day, my TV actually is not that fancy, like in the sense that it doesn't have like, oh, you know, it's like a big screen. No, it's actually pretty standard, you know. It's not like it has like this quality in the you know, in the image. But the way they present these C-dramas are so amazing that even on a regular screen, on a regular TV, it looks amazing. It looks very cinematic, like with all the special effects and everything. So I was like, wow, these people are so hardworking. Are so hardworking. I also saw that, nevertheless, but the Japanese version is also on Netflix. For people that are fan of the guy, I know of him. I remember I watched a Japanese movie that he was starring in. That it was What Your Eyes Tell. That he had a JK song. What Your Eyes Tell, I believe is called. That man is beautiful. Oh yes! Finally, guys, Squid Game 2 is close. I hope my Netflix account doesn't get canceled before so I can watch it. But remember when when they announced it, we were like, oh no! Around Christmas, it looks like we will never get there. Like, oh, like it's like 2 hours, like 2 years from now. But no, now we're here. Now we are a few weeks ago. We a few weeks there. We are close. We are close. Or look for it in Cuevana. Oh yeah, C-dramas can look gorgeous, and I'm telling you, Nirvana in Fire is one of the best I ever seen visually, and in terms of the script. And the music is also beautiful. Oh, is the one that the girl is blind? Yeah, that yes. The your eyes tell, or when your eyes tell. Um, yeah, and remember the guy, the male lead. He's starting in this Japanese version of this new Nevertheless. I did watch a few moments, and then I didn't want to continue because it's pretty much the same. Like it's the same. It's the same with Japanese actors. Um, but also I didn't like Nevertheless. I'm like, but I'm not into romantic K dramas, or like it has to be something else for me to get interested. Not just because the female lead and the male lead are beautiful and they have sexy scenes together. No, there has to be more. There has to be something in the middle for me to watch. Um, but I understand that probably if you're fans of that man, that he's beautiful, of course, you probably are going to enjoy this one. Yes. Squid Game. Squid Game better be good because I've been waiting for years. Yeah, it reminded me of Alice in Borderland. How we also were so pendant of season 2 because we waited. I believe we waited like 2 years, like for the season 2, and now we are having season 3. So I'm happy. Now in my bias, I remember there was like a prank online that they said that Utah was going to be casted for Alice in Borderland, and well, we were joking about it, but we can dream until they release the first season. We never know. We can keep our hopes up. Maybe he can get a bit of a small role, um, since his friend is in there. He could have like, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the song can run. There are many actors I'm looking forward to see. MC1 must be having an important role in Squid Game too. Oh, I love MC1 too. Yeah, I like him. I like him too. He plays really interesting roles. I like him. I like him in, how was that called? Yashoda, did you watch that one that is on Netflix? That I believe is called in English My Incomplete Life or Incomplete Life. I believe in Korean is Mission, Mission. I love that K-drama also. Okay. I hope the lead actor doesn't get it. Misang, yes, incomplete. Misang. Yeah, you go, Saintful. Thank you so much for being here. Bye. He's amazing. I like him. And also he has that, baby face. But actually, I don't remember exactly now the role or where. I believe it was like a movie where he played the role of a, like a serial killer. He was really scary. Ah, yes. Something became in love with Yuna and the actor was Scarlet. Ah, they. Please, guys, don't forget to leave a like. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to start with IU and Byeon with Seok, if they are compatible. They're so emotional, the both of them. The both of them. A lot of cups. A lot of cups. Also, is there like a huge age difference between them? Because I have the Hierophant and I'm like, the keyword is teach. So I'm like, there's something about like, okay, I from someone that is older or more experienced than you, I like it's for me it's not like I wouldn't say like it could be compatible when it comes to romance. For me it's like more about like, okay, you are teaching me valuable lessons for me to learn about myself, but also about life. Them having very deep conversations and actually getting very in tune with each other because of how emotional both of them are. But yeah. Yeah, the link to IU to every actor she acts with, yes. The Seven of Pentacles for IU, the Knight of Cups, and we have the King of Cups. A lot of cups from her. She definitely is an inspiration for others. I think that IU definitely inspires other people to keep working hard, but at the same time to not forget why you do this for. If it doesn't make you feel whole inside emotionally, it's like don't do it. It's like find your own happiness, find what makes you feel inside something. Like don't exclude yourself from the experience of being a performer or being an actor. It's like remember who you are. Be happy first. You be centered. You be very well balanced in yourself, and then you go and play roles and entertain people and just be there for people. But first take care of your own needs. She's very intelligent, definitely. For Byeon with Seok, we have the Nine of Swords, we have the Moon card, we have the Temperance. And they got the card of the Hierophant that in this deck is called Teach. So yeah, definitely they could be very good friends and also colleagues, because there's like a lot of exchange of experiences. It's like, especially from IU, definitely IU this is why I was like, is she older than him? Because it seems like she carries the whole expertise, not just in acting and, just being good at what she does, but also about, expressing how you feel. She's someone that had mastered with the years her own emotionality. Probably in the past she was carried away by her emotionality, maybe getting too emotional, too attached to people or to certain roles or to certain projects. And now she's like, I learned to be patient with myself. So I am like this in every role that I play in my life. And she's also so generous. So I see her giving him advices. I see her being like a teacher, more like a teacher and a student relationship than actually like, compatible romantically. And also in here, which is very interesting, because I had read for this actor, for Byeon Seok, and he also is very loving, that he also gets very loving, all caps cards. But when it comes to her, he got all these cards that basically talk about anxiety, fear, the fear of failure, the fear of the future, fear of not being able to make it, feeling very nervous, very anxious about your next step, maybe he's very worried about his future decisions, But also with the Temperance, he is healing. He's someone that probably if he has like this close relationship with her, he's like, with you I can be honest. There's moments where, even though he's so nice, and maybe he's a guy that he just, has this very loving energy, or he's just very nice, he has his insecurities. He has his doubts. Or maybe before he starts a new project, he doubts himself so much, or there's certain moments where he doesn't know where his career is heading, so it worries him. But with the Temperance, I think that at the end, he finds the inspiration to pass this. This is why, okay, you have all these worries and all these doubts in here and all this paranoia a bit, but then, he calms himself down, or he finds a way to heal. So, but I can see him being very brave with her, maybe because she's so emotionally mature. So there's something about him being like, yeah, with you, I can be honest and tell you that I'm afraid. or that there are certain situations or certain concepts or certain new projects that really I get very worried. I'm very worried about my situation, about my future. Sometimes I doubt myself. I don't know if I did it correctly. Maybe also fame. Fame. You know, when you achieve the level of fame and you're like, wow, yeah, I really wanted this. But once you get it, you start getting affected. You start getting very fearful because, you know, maybe crazy fans, maybe stalkers, maybe things getting out of hand and people getting very possessive of him and not giving him room to advance to different projects or to be seen with different people. You know, I think that he worries, he doesn't want to disappoint people. Definitely, he doesn't want to disappoint people. But probably he's very worried and a bit paranoid of rumors. Of rumors. He's like, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. But maybe he had a situation with, I don't know if with a fan, with a stalker. I don't know if someone said something online. But he is a bit sensitive about those things. He's like, I'm afraid. Like, I don't know how to do. He pressures himself very much to be this a special artist, you know, because he wants to move people, he wants to touch people's hearts. But at the same time, maybe, you know, he notices that the more people like him, or the more people like love what he does, they have high standards for him, and you know, like, oh yeah, because you know we want you with this person, so yeah, we don't want you to act with this person, and we don't want you to associate with this person. So I think that sometimes it scares him, the level of toxicity. But he doesn't let himself get negative, because at the end we have the temperance. So definitely he's a very also emotional and spiritual, he's very advanced as well. But I can see them bonding, yeah, bonding because they understand each other. Both of them are so emotional. I get a lot of water energy, water placements, energy, connecting, empathy all the way. Like, yeah, I've been there where you were. I felt like this once. Yeah, I know how you feel. So yes. But yeah, with the card of the Hierophant, is more like you know, a teacher student, than okay, they would be good for as a couple. No. You mean this actor, Byeon Seok, Fluffy? You mean that he looks like Jin? For me, he's a mix. He's a very interesting mix of Jaemin. For me, he looks like Jaemin, but in tall version. Okay, I'm going to continue with NCT Jaemin and Giselle. Jaemin, Giselle. Yeah, from Jaemin's side, we have the Magician, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. From Giselle's part, we have the Strength card, we have the Ten of Cups, and the Page of Swords. And in the middle, we have the Five of Cups, that the keyword is change your focus. Their energies are very, it's not that they're similar, but they're very strong-willed people, definitely. They are very strong-willed people. I can see it here. Both of them, whenever they are in relationships or associations, they are like, you know, the defensor, the defender, the caretaker, you know, the one that takes matters into their hands. They are very protective of the people that they love as well. But I think that how they go in life or what moves them to make certain decisions is different. Jaemin is more individualistic. Jaemin is more like the hero because he will defend you, he will do anything for his people, but he does it from a place of honor, of I have the ability to make a difference, so you know I will go and step and take the initiative to change this and maybe benefit others. But first of all, he starts from himself. He shows up for himself and then for others. In the case of Giselle, it's different because with the Ten of Cups, I see that there's not many things that move her emotionally except her people, or her loved ones, her family, her friends. You know, she also is immersed a lot in her circle. I see her that there's something about her being like, you know, without my people, I'm no one. So I will not focus on my own needs, on my individual needs. I focus on what my community needs of me. So she's a bit much more selfless, I would say. She's like, she protects her people, her crew, you know. And also here with the Strength card, you know, there's a lot of times where actually she refrains herself from asking things for herself, even in relationships, because she's always thinking about the other. This sounds like a Libra. I don't know why, but it sounds like Libra energy. Like she's a passionate girl. Definitely. But I think that at the end, what moves her, and at the end of the decisions that she ends up doing or making, are all for her people. She has a soft spot for the others. She's very generous like that. And for Jaemin, it's different. Jaemin is very Leo. This is a very Leo energy. He's very focused on like, okay, I will go and face consequences. I will go and make the best for myself. I will go and fight this, but I will start on my own. Like I will fix my own issues. So when I'm in a relationship, I don't bring issues to my partner. And also here with the Queen of Pentacles, he probably has a type. Probably his type is someone very practical. And is also someone very ambitious, because he is ambitious. So he's like, you know, I want by my side someone that is similar to mine, someone that also that they take care of their own needs, someone that puts themselves first, someone that takes care of themselves, someone that is independent, you know, someone that is very honest, and someone that stands up for themselves, you know. I think that he values that. A very also individualistic and a stable person, very successful also. So yeah, I don't see compatibility in here. I think that both of them would end up arguing because she would probably like postpone things of the relationship to go and take care of others, and he's like, but you know, I also want your attention, like, because you know you are my partner, so you know, so it's like it seems like she is very committed to a group of people. So maybe she's not, she's really well taken care of, or she gets all the emotional needs, or her emotional needs are met in a group of people or in her family or in the group. They love her so much that she doesn't need to, lose her head over a man and just leave everyone to a side and be like, oh, now I'm going to be boyfriend, like I'm going to be dating this person, so bye, yo. No. She's like, my people, I'm devoted to my people in this part of her life. But yeah. And yeah, with the Five of Cups, change your focus. Definitely, they will have to change a lot of things about themselves to, have a very successful connection. It will be very hard, actually, to do it because I see that one of them is not that willing to change or adapt. It's like, okay, if this doesn't work, doesn't work. It's like that. Oh, yes, for Saturday. Okay, I'm going to continue with Song Kang and Kim Joo-hoon. I believe this is he. What was it? The K-drama of them. Was it My Lovely Demon? Or Demon? My Demon? My Demon, was it? Well done. I know that Song Kang is in the military, so this. I do this to ship this, not shipping. These compatibility readings, because this is not about reading the future or what's available for them in the near future. No, this is more about to see if their characters are compatible. But yeah, like Song Kang really is going through also a change, with a change of mindset and everything with the cards that he got. For him, for Song Kang, we have the Moon card. We have the Magician. We have the Death card. For her, for Kim Joo-hoon, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Eight of Pentacles. She's such a hardworking person, very lonely, like emotionally. I mean, I don't know if she had like rumors of dating someone, but I see her very hardworking, like probably more like a very studious person. Like probably she likes to be alone and study. I don't know, study her scripts, studying a career. She seems very focused on knowledge, not so much on emotions. And this compatibility, we have the Devil card, Master. So, no, they are so different. They're so different. I mean, what they have in common is that both of them are used to being in the spotlight, that both of them probably have these very, these roles that are main roles, like they are used to the exposure. Um, in the case of Song Kang, with all these major arcanas, the Moon card, the Magician, the Death card, there's a lot of things that I honestly see in the Magician here in the middle. I think that this is also a man that probably he's sort of a slave to his own fame and his own exposure, definitely, because he is a performer. But when it comes to compatibility with others, we have the Moon card. So there could be certain circumstances when you work with him that he probably, I don't know, if he has to rehearsal or if he has to do certain things, he has his way of doing things, and I don't see him very open to share. I think that he's very worried about, doing his part, and also I see him very individualistic, just like, this card that I got for Jaemin a few moments ago. I see her very focused on himself. Obviously, in this period in his life, with the Moon card and also with the Death card, he's changing, his mindset is changing. Maybe after he comes back of the military, he is going to come back a changed man. But when I think about him being compatible or him being like, okay, like this is my energy when I'm next to someone, his energy doesn't seem that available. He's a great performer. So he can play the role. He can act like, oh yeah, I'm in love. Or yeah, when I look at you, I don't have eyes for anyone else and I'm focused on you. But honestly, he is a bit cold, a bit like, and it's just that I think that I don't know, maybe he had also been playing some roles that are very complex, and there's a part of him that he prefers to not show his emotions that much. But yeah, about compatibility, I don't see it. I don't see it. And I don't think that it's just with her. I think that it's with different people. This energy is going to change, of course. It's going to change very soon. Probably he realizes that maybe he had been a bit detached with certain colleagues of his. He's like, I should have been more pendant on them, or when they called me to hang out, I should have said yes. He's also a bit of a loner, so yeah. I don't see him being like, yeah, I want to be compatible with someone, or when I'm with this my co-star, when I'm with this my friend, I feel a certain thing. No, I don't see feelings here. No, he's focused on his roles mostly. But also he feels pressured by his roles, by his popularity. This is why I think that maybe the fame and the exposure and how people view him also had affected and had made him a bit not so sensitive to other people's. He's like so thinking about his part. Like I have to be better in my part. I have to do my part right. I have to, more like a Virgo person, like a Virgo man, not so much a Taurus man. That he's so fixated on getting things right, on being perfect, on being on time, that he is like emotions, I don't have time. But I think that definitely with the Death card, maybe being in the military is going to be a good experience for him to get out of, like me in the spotlight or me the famous person, and sort of learn to, read the room better, and listen to others, like see other people's experiences, be more present for others, something like this, and collaborate. Yeah, and from her side, she's also like the queen of pentacles. You know, very successful, also very independent person. Like she has her own things. She doesn't need a man, basically. You know, the hermit, very lonely, Eight of Pentacles, and very just very self-efficient. You know, this is someone that teaches themselves. You know, I can sort of see her being like, no, leave me. I will take care of this myself, or I will go and study this all over. She's so independent. She's so independent. And she's also very professional and just a very hardworking person. But you know, with the Queen of Pentacles, probably also for her, you know, maybe she's very famous or she's very successful. So also her coming here as this Queen of Pentacles, definitely she must have her standards for men, you know, or for relationships. You know, she must have her own standards. Probably they're very high. This is why maybe sometimes she prefers to focus more on work or studies and not to focus on relationships. I don't see her being like, oh yeah, I think I found this cute. Oh, this man is cute. No. No, I actually see her very serious, very focused on results, on work, you know, on productivity. She's very mature. She's very mature for, I don't know how old she is, but it seems like she had always been this very mature person, even when she was very young. But yeah, she's like, you know, I don't waste my time. She doesn't waste time. She's so productive. Yeah, she's not. But definitely she is someone that you, if you are someone that you are interested in her, you have to put a lot of effort to win her heart because she's very picky. She's like, I have my standards. Like, I don't like it when you behave like this. Or there's certain things about people that I don't like. You know, if you are rude or if you are disrespectful or if you have this way of doing things, I'm very selective and I'm like, no, thank you. I prefer to go home. Something like this. But yeah, also, you know, here with the Devil Master. I think that both of them have like control issues. You know, both of them probably are control freaks. If they are in a connection or if they are interested in someone, they would prefer to have the control of the connection. This is why they don't connect exactly. And probably this is why maybe sometimes they do not connect even with others, because it's like they want to be on top all the time, or they want to know things ahead, or you know, just be first. There's something about them like, I want to be first. Like, if you do this, I want to sort of preview what you're going to do. I want to see, like, okay, what is your next move? Tell me. And then I will evaluate if I spend time with you or not. So yeah, control freaks, definitely. Not very spontaneous, you know. They probably, it's not like, oh, like I like this person because they have a beautiful smile. No, for them it has, you have to pass a lot of a lot of processes. Okay, I'm going to continue with Jung So Min and Jung Hae-in. Jung So Min and Jung Hae-in, if they are compatible. Okay. From Jung So Min, we have the Seven of Cups, we have the Strength card, Then we have the Ten of Cups. She's so loving. She's such a loving person. She sometimes idealizes people. I can also see that she probably is someone that she gets very like protective of her people. You know, she thinks the best of her people. You know, and I see her very generous. She's very selfless also. From Jung Hae-in's part, we have the Five of Swords, we have the Judgment, and we have the Five of Cups. And the relationship, we have the card of the Chariot. So, two different characters, definitely. Her life or her energy feels so much like so shining, so bright. She has a lot of people around her. She probably has like a large family or a large group of friends. I don't know. I see, is she an Aquarius? Because I see that she's part of a community. You know, she's so open to give to others. And yeah, from his side, it's different. From his side, you know, this is a very cloudy panorama, very cloudy. All about losses, all about like arguments, you know, losing people, relationships, the judgment, also feeling judged by others. They are very different, both of them. I mean, I can sort of see that she could be a good friend for him or a good, like, a good influence for him. I can sort of see it because she's so devoted to the others that I can sort of see her being like, you know, I can help you. I can help you. Like, you know, but she's like more like, you know, if you're with me, let's go and hang out with others. Like, this is the condition of hers. You know, it's like, if you want to hang out or spend time with me, you're going to do what I say. And what I say is that we should go out. We should go out, we should meet other people, we should be in a large crowd or crew of people and just go out and have fun and just laugh and just being silly together, you know. She's like that energetic. From his side, honestly, because of these cards that he gets, you know, that I don't know, there's something about him just from time to time feeling a bit like, you know, feeling judged or feeling like, you know, maybe he's not in the mood. Maybe he also is a loner, so he's not in the mood to hang out with others. You know, I don't know, does he have like anxiety, like social anxiety or something like this? But I see him very much on the defensive. But definitely, yeah, he does need like someone that can be like her, you know, that her energy is so vibrant. Look at this. Look at the clarity, the brightness of these cards. And look at this. They are so different. They are so different. But their circumstances are different. This is what and probably one views life more like in a more joyful vibe, like more positive, because I see that she has a great community. She has her people, and this is why she's so strong. She's so resilient. She has her energy very up. And him, I see him very lonely, yeah. But I think that probably it's not that he's lonely because, you know, they let him be lonely. Probably it's because, I don't know, maybe he decided to, you know, to be left alone, or probably he decided to, you know, separate himself from all friends or all groups and being like, you know, I don't want to see you guys. I don't resonate with you anymore. So I need new friends. So he is in this process of like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. How am I going to get out of this alone? But definitely she can be the one that gets him out. Definitely, definitely. Because we have the card of the chariot move. So she could be that ray of light. Because we need more light for Junhain. We need more light. We need, let's open the windows, let's fresh the air, the environment, the energy, because it feels so dense. It feels so suffocating. Like, let's give him much more light, and I think that he needs, and also, with the chariot, I think that definitely whatever he went through, he needs to keep going. He needs to advance. So maybe, someone like her that it feels like a vitamin, she feels so like a vitamin. Maybe she can be a good influence to help him advance. I believe in that. So, yeah. Hey, Samara. I swear, Fluffy. I swear. The other day, I did a general reading, an update for him for the channel. I took the time. I did the reading. It wasn't like that bad. Like 2025 is going to be good for him, but it's like a slow process of recovery. I don't know from what, but it's like a slow process of recovery. And there was someone like in the comment section that they were like, oh, but why don't you show yourself when you pull the cards? So, so we can see the cards that you pull. And I got so upset because in that period, I was going through this whole issue with Luna, her health, her being so sick. I was so sensitive, talking about, I was so sensitive that because I put, usually I'm like, okay, I will take my time and do this reading for the people that want me to read, and I put my energy, I put my time in that, despite me not feeling my best. And these people criticizing me for that, I felt so bad. Like I was like, okay, like this is awful. So I deleted the reading. I deleted it from the channel because I was like, okay, I think the person that recommended this, I believe she watched it, but then I deleted it because I was like, how come you people are so rude and so ungrateful? Like, it's not my fault that he gets these cards. I shuffle the cards. But if he gets these cards, instead of you thinking like, wow, like there must be a reason. But there must be a reason, there must be, we are not always, we human, we have problems, there must be a reason why he gets these cards, oh, well, he's going to get better. But no, it's like, oh, why don't you do this? Oh, why don't you do this? That's things about these people that I really don't like it, because they never paid attention to Junhain as a person, because they are so fixated on him and other people that they don't. Like, I had been reading for him like quite a few times, not so often because I feel something. And honestly, for me, I don't want to get that energy. Also, I don't want to, for me, it's not good to feel that, get this energy and be like, what is going on? I don't know the person, but I'm like, why his energy feels so low? So that's why sometimes I stop reading, because I'm like, and you guys don't pay attention. Like, you're such a fan of him, but you don't pay attention. Like, actually, every time I read for him, there's something is going on. Because I read for other actors and I don't get this. So, Ah, yes. She's here biting my toes. Like, remember I told you that I have like a toe that is hurting? Well, she's here. Yeah. But they think that because you get these cards, that, oh, it must be because you have something personal with him. This is why you get these cards. Why would I have something personal on an actor? That personally, I do admire his work. I love Jung Hae. I love his acting. I don't like Snowdrop, for example. For I say it in Spanish, por ejemplo. For example, I don't know what's the, like everyone was like, oh, Snowdrop. For me, he done great things beyond that. I never finished the Snowdrop. Like, I didn't like it. But people got so fixated on him and his co-stars that they don't care about the actor. Like, do you think that it's nice for me to also pull cards and be like, what is going on in here? And also that he has been consistent through the years. So this is not, there's something going on, definitely. Next year is going to be better for him, thank God. But he went through something. I don't know what is it. I'm not like these people that do the conspiracy of, oh, someone left him and someone broke his heart. It's not about that. It's not that, Yeah. I swear they did that, Yashoda, yes. They also got angry at me because I called him the guy. You know that usually when I read for certain people, I say the guy. Well, they also got offended because I called him the guy. That I was being unprofessional because I would use the word the guy every time that I would refer to him. English is not I'm not a native English speaker. So yeah, sometimes when I have a favorite word, I use it a lot because English is not my native, like it's not my first language. So every time I have, instead of saying the man, I say the guy. But it wasn't like to offend him, so. I loved him in, when was it this? Summer Rain, was it? When it rains, wasn't it? He was so cute in that. Something in the rain, that. When it rains, something in the rain. That's one of my favorite works of him. I love it. He's such a cutie. He's such a cutie. Such a cutie. He's a lovely guy, And me as a fan, of course, I would want to pull the best cards for him, of course. But sometimes you don't get the best cards. You saw me now, I pulled the cards. You saw me on live, I did it, and the cards that I got. Yeah, at some point I was like, okay, I'm going to do I'm going to do like when I did for Gihyo's ex, that I exclude him I'm not reading for that person ever again. And I was going to be like, okay, if people get too problematic and they don't like it and they get offended and they, I get all disrespectful, I'm going to add him. I'm sorry, but I'm going to add him to the list as well. But just because I have a lot of very, respectful people, very nice people that requested me for him, I'm like, okay, for them, I'm going to do it. But I swear, guys, the other day that I had that, I was so upset because I couldn't believe. I couldn't believe how people can be so ungrateful. I took my time. It was like a 20-something reading that it wasn't that negative. Actually, I took my time to explain what I was feeling, what I was sensing in the reading, and all for someone, I know that, it's not, I shouldn't get affected by one comment, of course, but I think that people like that represent other people as well. I think that they do that, they do that, and I was so unstable in that moment. I did my best to deliver the reading because I know that people wanted to know, and to get a response like this, I was like, you don't deserve anything of me. I'm going to delete it. I don't know what she wants. It's because my dad left her here, so she's like meowing. She doesn't know what she wants. Ah, I don't know any. No, I don't. No, I think that it was about that person, the fans of that man, of Jihyun's ex. They're so disrespectful. Like, I understand that maybe if you don't like the way I read, don't watch it. Don't watch it. Just, block my channel, release it. Like, there's a lot of readers that are going to give you what you want to hear. Are going to give it to you. Or maybe you can pull cards yourself and become like a tarot reader yourself so you can get the answers that you want. No, with Tecook, I'm great. With Tecook, I'm no, they are really decent Tecook shippers here. Tecook and the Tecook and Jikook, I remember once they were arguing in the comment section, and then I turned the comments off. But yeah, they are very decent. The guys, they are very decent. Yeah. It's just that when they start fighting each other, you have to stop them. Okay. So guys, it's a tarot reading. Like, if you don't resonate, you are like, okay, no, I don't think that he's living like this. No, you're wrong, bye. That's easy, like that. Okay, I'm going to continue with Yeon, Seok, and Kim Ji-woon. Yeon, Seok, and Kim Ji-woon. I remember there was a. Didn't I do a reading about her and some other people, and she got a king of swords? Remember? That I was like, is she in a relationship? Because she got a king of swords. Well, from his side, we have Yeon Seok. We have the King of Swords. We have the King of Swords. So, coincidences? 9 of Swords. Page of Pentacles. He's very, very talkative. Very talkative. From her side, we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Five of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Pentacles. She's much more, I know she's not an earth sign, but she gives me that in relationships, I don't know, maybe she has a Venus in earth sign, but she gives me like she's like someone that takes her time, that she, you know, studies the condition of a connection, what it can provide for her. You know, she is slowly trying to build or find someone that can align to, you know, what she's looking for. Maybe she's looking for someone to build something with, and stability. I think that she hasn't been successful finding it so far, but she's slowly getting there. She's not going to stop until she finds her person. The connection, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and the keyword is flow. Things are moving between them. But things have been very stagnant also. I mean, honestly, he is very bossy in relationships, I would say. A bit insecure, could it be? But he also is, I also a bit childish. You know, seeing the king and the page, I'm like, yeah, he shows you when you initially know him, definitely he shows you like, oh yeah, you know, because I'm older, I have all this experience, and he loves to talk. He loves to talk, very talkative, very talkative. But then, you know, he has his insecurities in relationships. So I see him at the end probably excusing himself for certain behaviors, for saying certain things that are out of place. He's very honest, definitely. He's a very honest person. He's very like, probably he can say some controversial things, you know, especially because I believe that he does it from a place of honesty and like, oh, well, this is what I know, or this is what I'm seeing, and this is my reality, and yeah, I'm sorry if it offended you, but yeah. And I think that probably he talks too much, or he talks before time, and then he beats himself up for what he says. He's like, I shouldn't have said that. But he recognizes his errors. He recognizes, he's someone that he's like a constant learner in relationships. I wouldn't say that he is experienced, but he is he's like a child. He's like a child. Wait, guys, I have to open this for her because she's going to drive me crazy if I don't. Yeah, she meows like a baby. She meows like she meows like a baby. She has a very tiny meow. Very tiny meow. It's a huge cat, but she has a tiny meow. I don't know why she's here like I don't know, because actually it's open like outside, so I don't know why she came here. Like Get ready, guys, because with Nerita, the live streams are not going to be that peaceful. Having her here could probably mean that she's going to break something, distract me. You know, she is a very a temperamental cat. So yeah, like I don't know. I don't see. I don't. I think that he has to fix certain things. He has to fix certain things about himself that maybe he tends to annoy his partners. He's, you know, with the Page of Pentacles, he's starting all over. He's sort of like, yeah, I sort of understand that the problem maybe is me. He's owning this, but yeah. Yeah, and from her side, honestly, I think that she's trying to be better. There's something also about her being like, you know, I should choose better. I should choose better. Because honestly, with the Five of Pentacles, with the Two of Pentacles, there's a lot of instability in her relationships. So she's a slowly, also I think that she's a very devoted person. So like I said when I read for her, that I was like, is she in a relationship? You know, because I sense the energy of someone. So I can sort of see her slowly, you know, sort of understanding that maybe this relationship is not giving her what she deserves, or that the relationship doesn't have a future. So I think that she's slowly trying to change that. But it's really hard, because I think that maybe, like I said in her reading, in her 2025 reading, she's not that sure. Or maybe when she wants to push someone away, she's not that clear. Like she's like, okay, we're done. But maybe the person keeps insisting or keeps showing up, or it's like, oh yeah, let's fix this. Oh yeah, you know, I can make you happy. And seeing, you know, the also the Knight of Pentacles, there's something about her insisting on connections that it gives me like a Taurus Venus, like you know, someone that insists, is, and you know that it's not good. So she also has to work her self-esteem or her self-value when it comes to connections, because maybe when she chooses, she doesn't choose right. And then for her to make the move and move away from that connection, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. And it's like she's aware. She's like, you know, I'm sure. I know I have to get out. I know I have to leave this person. But for her, it's so difficult to say the word like get out, or like we are done for good. You know, she's very dual. Or maybe she's friends with her exes or something like this, you know. But yeah, she needs to realize her value a bit more. She's slowly getting the message, but it's going to take a while. I don't see her ready to, because I think that probably she also needs someone that can inspire her to maybe leave this person or end this. I think that it's not about ending a connection. I think that maybe she is on her own, but this person keeps coming back to bother her because she's single, because this person, maybe they know that she's alone. So maybe she needs, you know, sort of like someone, like even like a pretend boyfriend, like someone like, can you pretend to be my boyfriend so, you know, this person will leave me alone? Something like this. But yeah, I think that they're very different, honestly. Like one is looking at, you know, his reality, and he is talking and communicating, and just like, you know, he's very, you know, obviously he has his insecurities, but he's a very direct person. It's like probably if he likes you, he's going to be like, I like you, like I find you beautiful, let's hang out, you know. he's learning from past mistakes, though. So I don't know who he tried to be flirtatious with. Maybe he got rejected or he got into trouble. So he's trying to sort of be like, maybe I should talk less. And from her side, yeah, she has to move on from this pattern that she has. And I think that, they want to achieve different things, Um, but things are cool between them because we have the Wheel of Fortune that is a flow. Maybe one day if both of them are finally being able to move on to a new stage and sort of get rid of past, experiences where things were awkward, maybe they can. I think that at the moment I don't see it. They've been seen on and off for 10 years. Yeah, honestly, especially from her part, seeing the Knight of Pentacles, I think that she's not looking at him. She's like looking at sort of like, oh, I pretending that you're not there. In his case, I can sort of see him being much more direct, much more sociable. But in her case, I think that she's not confronting things at the moment. She's not making huge decisions like when it comes to her partners. In the case of him, I see him more reassured, because he comes as the king of swords. So there's something about him being like, well, at least I'm honest. Like, I tell you how I feel, I tell you if I like you, I tell you if I want to take you on a date. I keep the communication open. It's not like I ghost you and I disappear. No, this is a guy that confronts you. If he likes you, he will talk to you directly. He will not go and get like a wingman or a middle person. Like, can you please talk to her for me? No, he's just very available, very honest, maybe too honest. I would say that he gives his emotions away very fast. Like if you ask him, like, do you like this person? He's like, yeah. And he's like that, very, very honest. And there's something about him also coming off as childish because of this. It's like he's too honest or he's like too blunt that maybe some people are like, you don't sound authentic, But for her, I see her very distracted and very slow moving. Like, I think that she wants a change, but honestly, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. Yeah, with the card of the Wheel of Fortune, with with the keyword of flow, definitely both of them need to relax a bit more. Flow, like flow in the connections, guys. Flow. Just don't get, flow. Yeah, but for him, it's like, when I get the King of Swords, I get this, like, the king that looks at you directly in the eye and they tell you, how they feel. And when she got the Knight of Pentacles, that is sort of looking at another direction, at the future. I see her energy very distracted. So I don't see her, like, seeing him, like connecting, no. She's looking at other side, so maybe she's not that interested. Okay, I'm going to continue with Le Seraphim Yeon and 80 Sun. No, 80 Sun.
Very proud, both of them. Both of them. Gives me Leo vibes. I know that she is a Leo, but for Sun also I get Leo vibes. Like I know what I'm worth it. I know what I'm worth, when it comes to connections. It's like you better treat me right or you better value me. Like I don't do like, oh yeah, you will put little less of effort and I have to be satisfied. Like no, it's like treat me right. Yeah, from Cheon we have the Knight of Wands, we have the Four of Swords, and we have the Magician. And from Sun's perspective, we have the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Four of Wands, and we have the Eight of Cups. And these two, we have the Two of Pentacles, find balance. They are very similar, actually. Very similar. I think that in the case of Cheon, definitely I see her very proactive. I think that when she likes someone, she shows herself. Like she's like, she's not like the typical person that is like, oh, I have a crush. I'm going to act like I haven't seen you there, or I'm going to ignore you. No, she probably is very authentic. When she likes someone, just like a woman of her age, when she likes the person or someone passes by that she finds cute or is her crush, she likes to stand out. She likes to be the center of attention, to get, her special someone's attention. I see that she can be a bit too, show a bit too, a lot of excitement. That's why we have the Four of Swords in the middle. There's something about her slowing down that, because I don't know if because people in the internet, they love to take these magnifying glasses to see every idol's move. So I don't know if maybe in the past she was caught like looking at someone or checking someone out or just being acting friendly maybe towards someone of the opposite sex and people gone crazy. But I think that she's like, I better calm myself down. Because I think that she's very authentic. She's so authentic. She's like, okay, if I like the guy or if I like how they are, I go and talk to them. But I think that she had slowed down a bit. But she doesn't mind to take the initiative. It's just that she needs recognition. She's someone that definitely she wants to be seen. If you want to act like, okay, I don't know you or I don't know how I feel about you, she's not going to stay. She has a very strong pride and she wants to be like your number one. So if you treat her like one of the many options, she's not going to like it. She wants to be number one. And I think that that's amazing, honestly. I like it. I like her energy. Yeah, and from Sun's perspective, same. Sun's perspective, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Like he knows he's talented. He loves to show his talents. He's like, yeah, I work hard. Yeah, I work hard, and I shine. I stand out so much. I like every time. Also, probably in ceremonies or in award seasons, he always shines, or he always gets this very celebrated, or maybe people praise him very much. So he also has a pride of like, yeah, I am eye-catching. People just watch me, watch what I do, and I like to be watched. I like to be recognized. More than watched, I want you to recognize that I'm talented. And probably he takes this also in relationships. It's like, please be my fan. It's like, be my fan. It's like, don't be creepy, don't be fan creepy. Don't be a creepy fan, but just be my fan. If you want to show him love and interest, be his fan. But he's also very elusive because we have the Eight of Cups. So Sun is very elusive. This is his Cancer Sun talking. I think that even though he maybe is very lucky with the ladies, or he gets, he gets to talk to certain people that are very nice or are very beautiful. He actually sometimes he just turns down invitations. He sometimes he's like, yeah, you know, I shined. You saw me. I'll show up, but then I go home. You know, he's very indecisive. Not indecisive. He's not indecisive. I think that it's, it's for me it's part of his appeal. For me, it's part of his appeal. Like when you think that you got him because you praise him and because you're like, oh yeah, I see you there, you know, you did amazing. And he's like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Or you are all having a good time and everything seems cool and perfect and you're like, oh, I think he's into me. But then he leaves. Then he disappears. Then he's like, you know, maybe everyone is staying, but he's the guy that leaves first, maybe. And this is probably part of him being a diva and leaving people wanting more of him. This is sort of part of a strategy I see of him, of being like, yeah, I'm not available. Like, you know. And he having a bit of a sad boy, kind of, this is very Cancer, of him being like, yeah, I have to go. Yeah, this has been a long day, I have to go. And you're like, but we were having fun a minute ago. But no, he's like, yeah, I have to go. And he doesn't tell you exactly, so you are left wondering, like, did I do something wrong? Did I say something wrong? But it's all part of a strategy. It's him being a Cancer man, you know, him getting all emotional, or I don't know. But it's part of his appeal, definitely. With the card of fine balance, they are compatible. I think that they're very similar. They're very similar, actually. I like it because both of them display, you know, being very brave, knowing their worth. It's like they know, it's like I know I'm attractive, or I know that people want to know about me. I know people like me. I know people come to me because they like my energy or they like the way I do things. They are very magnetic, both of them. I see, yeah. They will have to balance each other, you know, because with the Two of Pentacles, it's like they two have to collaborate, definitely. Because maybe there's a lot of egos in here. But, especially coming from Sun, because I can see Sun getting offended for something and not telling you and just leaving you. But I like it. I like this too. Okay, I'm going to continue with Lim Ji-yeon, the actress of The Glory, and Ji Jang-wook. She's so emotional. I mean, both of them are, but she definitely has the mother archetype. This actress, Lim Ji-yeon. She's such a mother. Like, I can see her being a very good mother in the future. Oh, these two, I also get that they're very similar. I don't know why. But he has his things. Okay. With for Lim Ji-yeon, we have the Ace of Cups, the Temperance, and and the Queen of Pentacles. So she also is like the one that takes care of you. She gets very emotionally invested in relationships. And from Ji Jang-wook, we have the Six of Pentacles, we have the Devil, and we have the Three of Cups. And between them, we have the card of the Fool, Trust. So, yeah, I think that they are very similar. It's just that in the case of Ji Jang-wook, because I believe he's also very generous, or he's also very sensitive, he has learned with time to manage how much he gives in relationships, or how much he gives to his people, to his family, to his friends. With the six of Pentacles and the Devil, you know, there's something about him probably in the past, you know, he was caught up in a very codependent relationship, where this person was asking everything of him, you know, like, help me with this, do this for me, oh, be there for me, oh, like, you know, like a lot of codependency, and him probably not knowing how to say no. This could also be a relationship, or it could be his family as friend as well, because I have the Three of Cups. So definitely this is a man that also, it seems like for you to be alone with him, he's always surrounded by his group of people, or his friends, or his family. So he seems very like surrounded by people, and these people, I think that they want to take care of him, but at the same time there's like a weird attachment. I don't know why. Here with the Devil, I think that there's something very odd in here. I don't know if it's his friends or his family that really have a very strong hold on him. And this is why in relationships he probably gets very very selective, you know, like, oh yeah, I'm not going to date a gold digger, or I have to, you know, probably people even saying like, you have to watch out, you know, because you're famous, they sometimes, you know, people want to take advantage of you, you know, telling him all those things. But actually I think that there's an attachment here. So I wonder if people want this man to remain single because he helps them. So it's like, yeah, you share your success with us. We are your people. We care for you. We care for you. But he gives them something. I don't know if he supports them financially or what, but so I think that maybe when it comes to dating, it seems like his relationships get sabotaged because there's someone like manipulating him and his generosity. It's like, you have to be generous with us because we will not betray you. It's like, we would prefer for you to stay single. It's very odd. Yeah, from her side, yeah. This woman is going to be a mother. I'm not going to say like this year now. No, not this year. Probably next year. She wants to be a mother so bad also. Maybe getting married first. But she is like, I can see that she's going to be a great like wife. Oh, I have to go back to that reading. Yeah, because, and honestly, like, I don't know why when I watch this, I got a very strange vibe. I got a very strange vibe. I'm like, could it be that they did something to him, like energetically, for him to be focused on his career only? And it's like, no, he has to stay in the family. He has to take care of us. Because he's like the provider, see? And when I try to see if he's compatible with others, it's like he's not free to make certain connections because there's always other people at the end, distracting him from this. So yeah, but we have the fool. The fool is says trust. So, you know, these two could have the potential of being friends. I think that one of them definitely needs a new start. Probably him. And she's such a loving person. She's such a mother archetype, and she's also a great listener. So I can sort of see her being like, I can help you, or tell me if you need to talk to someone about how you feel. But see, he needs someone he can trust to set himself free and start all over. He needs to start all over. He cannot continue, feeding this of all these people getting in the way of his intimacy. I feel it very crowded. Okay, I'm going to pull for RM and WhatsApp. RM, WhatsApp. Okay. Okay, from RN's perspective, we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Two of Wands, we have the Strength card, and from Wasa's perspective, we have the Knight of Cups, we have the Five of Cups, or we have the Four of Cups. This woman has a lot of water, like, oh my God, her emotions. And they got the Six of Swords, Healing Begins. I don't see the compatibility, honestly. I think that both of them, have different, they have different views, Again, I'm seeing this like one is looking at this way and the other is looking at this way. There's incompatibility. Like, I think that from Namjoon's part, definitely he's someone that, he has a very straightforward vision of what relationships or what he's looking for in a relationship. He's very straightforward. He's also looking at the future. His mind is always in the future, always. Like the creator that he is, probably in relationships, he also doesn't want any surprise. So he probably also is very good at, being like, okay, from a relationship, I'm expecting this, I want this, I'm letting you from the beginning that I am like this, that this is how I manage myself, I'm busy, or that, I have all these things to do, but we will talk. He's very open to communication. Definitely he believes that honesty and good communication in a relationship is necessary. It's just that maybe, he's always thinking in the future. I don't know if it's because he is a creator himself, so maybe in relationships he also wants like a sort of plan of how the relationship is going to go, and maybe this is not for everyone. Not everyone wants. It seems like he wants to. It's not that he wants to tell you what to do, but he's sort of like, it's like, okay, we are going to create this plan of our relationship, and yeah, we are going to do this and this and this and this, like sort of planning everything ahead, and being like, okay, I give you, and this is how we are going to do this. And I think that for someone like Wasa, that she's full of energy, she's full of emotions, she's full of a lot of sentiment, that you sort of put like a planner in front of her, that you're like, okay, we have to arrange this in the future, how we're going to do this. I think that she would prefer things to be a bit much more spontaneous. And there's something about her not being that straightforward as Namjoon. I believe that Namjoon is much more communicative, and probably he's like, yeah, if you have an issue with me, we can talk. But also with the two of ones, he gives me that he's like, we will talk tomorrow. But then tomorrow comes and you don't talk because he's super busy. So also, with the strength card, the guy literally, because not now because he's in the military, but probably, when he is in idle mode, he's so busy or he has so much to do that sometimes even if he plans something for the future, like a date or something like this, sometimes he has to stop himself and be like, I cannot make it, or I have to do this, I think that for him to be in a relationship is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. This is why planning is necessary. This is why planning is necessary for him, because there's some things that he cannot control about maybe his public life. So he's like, yeah, I wish I could be spontaneous with us. And give you like a very spontaneous answer and be like, yeah, I will be there in 5 minutes. But no, maybe I said that I will show up and I cannot. Because, I want to see you, but I cannot. So he also is like, he has to, and he gets angry at himself because he's so committed, and he wants to keep his word. He doesn't want to get people's feelings hurt or disappointed by him. But this is why he sometimes he's like, let's talk about our future. Like, let's talk about what's available, because I don't want surprises in the future. Like, this is what I'm bringing you. If this is not enough for you, this is what I have. Sorry. And I believe that there were moments where he was really interested in someone. He really wanted to make it work. But because he knew that it wasn't fair for the other person, he sort of held all his emotions inside. And he's like, okay, I will let you go, because I cannot give you that. I cannot give you what you need, or the consistency that you need from me, that you need me to be there, or that you need to see me more. So he's a very considerate person. But yeah, there are moments where he gets angry at himself. He's like, I wish I could live in a spontaneous love life as well, but I cannot. Yeah, and from her side, I believe she was dating someone, right? Because we have the Knight of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Four of Cups. So she also changes a lot in connections. I think that initially she probably falls in love, like she gets very emotional. But then also she changes. It's like, then I feel sorry for myself, then I don't want to talk to you, then what you offer me is not enough. So she's also very unpredictable when it comes to how she shows herself in connections. She sabotages her connections a lot. sometimes she gets offended. I think that she gets offended by something. She doesn't externalize it. She doesn't express it. She just expects you to sort of read the room and be like, oh, you offended me. And then when you try to apologize, I will not take the apology. Because it's like, I don't know what I want. Yeah, she's also a bit, she changes. I think at first she loves the idea of having someone, someone being romantic or just, making a love offer. She loves romantic people as well. But then something happens and she starts like feeling like she doesn't deserve the relationship or that she doesn't deserve this person. She sabotages the connection a lot. And then she adds detached, it's like, oh yeah, I wasn't that interested anyway. Like I wasn't that emotionally involved anyway. So yeah, bye. I don't care. But actually she does care. It's just that she's afraid of losing. She's afraid of losing. A very complex person. But very moody. Very moody. Yeah, and they got Healing Begins, the Six of Swords. I mean, I think that both of them need healing, definitely. Their experiences are different, but the way they go in relationships is very different because one of them is very honest and the other one is more like, I retreat and I don't show you that I'm hurt or I don't show you that I need this from you. I expect you to somehow, be sensitive enough to observe me and to give it to me, she feels sorry for herself because she's like, I should have said something or talked about this, but yeah, she doesn't. So yeah, they're different. But yeah, with Healing Begins, definitely they're moving on very soon. So I don't know, who knows? Maybe in the future, maybe they can meet. I don't know. Okay. The last one is Jennie and Jungkook. This is Jennie and Jungkook. Jennie, Jungkook. When the Virgo person gets the Hermit, it definitely lets you know that this is their love language. It's like, let me be. I'm not that romantic. Like I know I have to be romantic, but I cannot. I know I have to change the way I express my love or my feelings, but I cannot. Let me be. From Jennie's perspective, we have the Page of Pentacles, we have the Hierophant, and we have the Three of Wands. And from JK's perspective, we have the Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Swords, the Hermit. And between them, we have the Six of Cups, and here that the keyword is simply love. Yeah, it's very simple actually. The message is like, you guys should relax a bit. You guys need to relax a bit. Just love. Just love. It doesn't have to be a chore. It doesn't have to be like a job. It doesn't have to be that serious. It's just compatibility. I think that both of them in their own separate energies, they feel so pressured to live up to expectations, that this is what they have in common, actually. In the case of Jennie, I can sort of see Jennie mastering a bit more. She is definitely feeling much more free. She has much more autonomy of herself. But she's still like a starter in this. A starter, a pupil in this process of like, okay, what do I do in my life with my partners, with the decisions, like what, like, do I want a family? Do I want to get married? Do I want to date this person? Like, what is going on with me? In this aspect, I see her more business orientated, because I have the Hierophant here and the Three of Wands, but also with the Page of Pentacles. Probably now she's sort of seeing relationships as a business. You know, it's like maybe for you to be compatible with her, you would have to be like a business partner. You would have to give her the option to see a future with her. You know, she definitely is, she wants a commitment. Definitely she wants a commitment. She's sort of figuring it out that she wants a commitment. That maybe, you know, she didn't come in here like the other day that I pulled cards for her, she got 2 kings. That she came with an attitude. Well, in here, especially if we are looking at this with compatibility with JK, she comes a bit much more humble. You know, she's like, I'm studying you, I'm studying the possibilities, you know, and maybe, you know, in this sense, there's something about her maybe being a bit much more compatible with JK if she learns to, you know, show up like this, like a page, you know, like someone that is an amateur in relationships, you know, someone that, I don't know about relationships, like, don't come with an ego, don't come, you know, with an attitude. It's like, just come as, you know, just show curiosity for the other person. Definitely she's someone that if she has to talk with JK, for example, because it could be that they could have met at some point, she shows a lot of respect for him. Especially because I have these pentacles and I have this here, so I wouldn't be surprised if in the future they would work together. Because I see her very practical, very practical. It's like, I have this idea, you know, can we do this? Can you talk to your company? Can we do this together? But her, you know, coming, you know, with this very amateur idea, like, I have this idea, you know, just very professional, and I think that in that sense, they could get along. You know, if she comes with I'm not saying that Jennie is a diva, no, but I think that, you know, maybe for someone like JK, you have to come just maybe, for him, first of all, you have to have a reason to talk to him. And if the reason is about work, he's going to feel less pressured to, you know, start a connection or a friendship with you. Because if you try to be friendly and funny in a very social environment, he's like, I don't know what to do. What do you want of me? Do you want me to smile? I don't know you. You know, so if you start from like, oh, I have a plan, or, you know, I'm viewing this, like, I have this idea, can we develop this? You know, if you come from the part of the more practical, I think that you can get him to relax a bit. Because, yeah, JK needs to relax. We have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Eight of Swords, and the Hermit. So he, even though, you know, he's a very famous guy, and I'm sure he knows Jennie, or he had seen her, but he feels so restricted. He feels so like out of air, I would say. Like, he feels so anxious because, you know, probably if they met, their connection or their time was so chaotic, or it was so fast. You know, it happened in a second. Like, I saw you and I had to go, or you had to go. So it was very brief. It was like like I didn't know what to say. Like if I said something I don't remember, For him, it's you intimidate me. So it's and also he feels like, what do I do? Do I talk to you? Do I look at you in the eye? I don't know, because he feels so pressured. Poor guy, he feels so pressured. That is not that she's going to do something to him, but probably, the potential of them being seen together, or people seeing them, and just but yeah, they would get along as friends, I would say. They are very similar. They have a lot of work ethic. They have great ideas as well. I think that also JK with the Wheel of Fortune, he's sort of trying to liberate himself because he knows that he's a loner. Because he's like, no one understands my processes but me. Because he's a perfectionist, he's like, no one understands how I do things. This is something that I do on my own, the overthinking. But I think that he's trying to change this. He's like, I shouldn't be such a loner. I should open up my circle. But it's going to take some time. She also is going to be very patient with him because I think that she has an idea already, or she knows about something. She's like, I have to talk to him about it. But just go gentle. And with Simply Love, the Six of Cups. Yeah, they just have to connect a bit much more with their inner child, both of them. This is the Six of Cups, the past. I think that they have to connect much more with innocence. It's like not everyone that gets close to you is actually after you. They are not chasing you. Just breathe, relax. I think that both of them feel very trapped in this role that they play, of probably being the favorites of a lot of people. Or maybe people just being curious about them, oh my God, they're talking, why, what, two people talking, two idols talking, and the card is like, guys, just, go back to basic. Just talk to each other as if you were I don't know, friends from high school. The Six of Cups is very go back to the old ways, go back to the old ways. Or talk about the past, talk about your past experiences. That will get you to relax, and you will, drop the defenses, I would say. Yeah, as if you were 5-year-olds. Yeah, just be goofy and silly together. You guys don't need to show off oh yeah, because I'm sexy and you're sexy and we are sexy together. It's no, guys, just chill. But they have a good vibe. I believe, yeah, they met, definitely, because from what I see of Jennie, she has certain ideas, so definitely she had seen him or talked to him. But yeah. But no, they're not dating. But they could be a good collaboration or friends. I remember that. Yeah, it must be traumatizing also. The fear of someone, someone misinterpreting a simple interaction. You've seen someone that you are from the same industry, so it's like hello. Because it's like if you say hello, it's one thing, but if you don't say hello, it's another thing. So it's like you never know what do I do here. Do I look at them in the eye? Do I do I haven't seen them there? Do I turn my back on them? But you can never have control over the interpretation people. Um, and um, but yeah, but I think that they are not that they're not that traumatized anymore. At least when it comes to the two of them, maybe because maybe they are friends or maybe they had talked before. So there's something about them. It's like, yeah, I'm nervous, but I'm not. It's not like oh, I'm all my guards are up. No, no, definitely it's not. I don't think that they care. It's like, oh, if they saw us together. No, they don't care. They don't care. They are at this point where they are not that affected anymore. So if you see them in the future, don't worry. It's like probably they're friends. Okay, guys, I'm going to go take all these C-dramas recommendations that you give me, guys. I'm going to look for them um, so I can watch them. Not today, but maybe for the weekend, because um, I believe that Friday I have a birthday party that I have to attend to, um, but I believe that on the weekend the weather it says that it's going to rain. Where's you and you just hug? Okay, you want me to pull cards for us? Okay, just because here my friend Akira is asking for me and I'm going to pull some cards. Thank you, guys. I know it's late for you, so go to sleep. No, not Marilyn Cote. Oh, no, that's not very good. The actor of When the Phone Rings, Fluffy. I love him. The Sehun twin, yeah. And also I like it because, it's the first time that I like someone that is 1 year older than me. It's like, I feel accomplished. I'm like, yes, finally. I nailed it. Usually they are younger than me. Okay, Yeon, Seok. But what is it with this guy and the swords at the end? And me? Oh, why did I pull so many cards for me? But they're also positive. I would be like, I want to build a future with you. My God. Balance, the temperance. It's positive. It's positive. But yeah. Well, for him, we start with the King of Pentacles. Magnificent, of course. The High Priestess. And the Ten of Swords. Okay, from my part, I have the Two of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, sorry, and the Three of Wands. That this I pulled extra because it jumped. So a lot of willpower from my part. It's like I'm going to make it with him or not. Like very driven. I'm going to wait for him. He's my ideal. And the temperance, balance. So yeah, maybe we balance each other out. Maybe we are really compatible. We balance each other out. So yeah, he could be my K-drama boyfriend. But yeah, with his cards, it's very interesting because I see him very stable, like showing off, obviously, that he's doing well financially and everything. But, it's curious. It's curious for me, that definitely with the High Priestess and the Ten of Swords, definitely he had suffered in the past. Like even though he shows today, he shows himself as this, as very stable. There's a part that maybe he had suffered. I don't know if he had suffered in a previous relationship, but I think that initially he's not going to let me see it. With the High Priestess, I think that he's going to try to hide it. He's going to do his best to show his shining self. Him being in control, him being productive. This is a man that really loves to take care of his people. When he is doing something for you, he's going to cook, he's going to clean. I see him being very productive, and also he's so generous. It's like he has the coin and he's willing to share it. But I think that there's something about, I don't know, his past or his life decision that he's sort of hiding from me. Like I see it like he doesn't want to show it. That maybe he has some trust issues. Maybe he has some trust issues. He has like a past about relationships that maybe he's not that proud of. Who knows? But I think that he will try to hide it and just act, like he's the perfect boyfriend, partner ever. And eventually, of course, I'm going to discover this. But I think that it's interesting how he's like, I have to hide this from her. Or maybe to hide that maybe the guy is actually, is not that hype or that funny or that excited all the time. Maybe the guy is actually very tired, or he's, very, or maybe he's not that rich. I don't know. But there's something that causes him stress, and he prefers to show himself as this very magnificent King of Pentacles, like, oh, I'm so stable, I'm so reliable, when actually inside he has his insecurities. Yeah, and from my side, I'm like, yeah, let's advance. I like it. I can see a future with him. He makes me feel like a queen. With him, I can project to the future. With him, I can, do you see how I shine? There's a perfect combination of wands and pentacles. So he's like my perfect person. He's like my perfect man. Yes, are so warm. I'm like, yes. Okay, guys. Now, thank you, Akira. Thank you for being my supporter of my Delulu-ness, because we are all Delulus in here. It's like, if you want to be Delulu as well, we don't judge. We listen, we don't judge. It's just that, when it gets dangerous in that aspect is when I put certain boundaries, and I'm like, okay, guys, like, let's move on from certain things. But if it makes you happy, whatever makes you happy and whatever makes you smile and laugh, this is what we consume K-pop, or K-dramas, to just smile. My new sheep. Have you watched the video of Andy about? Yeah, I started it yesterday, but I actually stopped it because it was very late. But I will resume it tonight. Yes. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's really serious. I tell my Mexican friend, I tell her that, she I don't know if she likes, actually. I think that she doesn't like, she watches certain videos of Andy, but I think that probably she doesn't like the way Andy talks, that she has certain expressions, she curses, strong language that she uses. But I tell her, I'm like, with you, I learn, the nice Mexican words, some funny words, yes, some phrases, I learned from the Mexican language and some slang and some words. But from Andy, I learned I learned the curse words, or I learned, the just it's not offensive, but those very strong words that sometimes it's good that you know those things, because if someday I go to visit Mexico, and they call me that, I will know what it means. I will know what it means because Andy has taught me. Andy has taught me. So I believe that it's necessary to have both worlds. Yeah, I'm already going to go. Hey, Chachalino. Yeah, I like it. Also, I like her honesty. So I'm watching and I'm like taking notes. What she says, what she means. I kind of understand what she's talking about. But I love it because I'm learning different expressions, just in case, just in case I need to know them. I like it. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. I'm super tired. My back hurts. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you. See, um, and yeah, I'll see you on Saturday, guys. I see you on Saturday. I have, some of you have mentioned certain topics, but yeah, probably I don't know if I will do a post for Saturday. I will make a community post so you guys can leave, your recommendations. If there's some Sagittarius idol that you stand that I haven't read for, remind me, please. And of course, as you know, I'm slowly doing the 2025 readings for the groups. I know I'm not going to make them all, so probably in one live stream, maybe the first one of 2025, I'm going to dedicate a live stream for the 2025 readings for the artists that maybe I haven't done. So in there, I make sure that I read for mostly all of them, because we have soloists, we have other people, we have sometimes actors, and we have actresses. So yeah, I want to take a live stream to dedicate it to, just in case I forget someone. She's a Sag. Okay. Yes, that too. A general K-pop 2025 reading. I should add this for Saturday. Yeah, remember that last year I did one. Okay. Yes, the girl groups year. The girl energy year. Okay, guys, I'll see you on Saturday. Thank you so much for the recommendation. Bye.